Welcome back to the Scare Value Podcast. Pete, it is everyone's favorite time of year.
October?
It's top 10 with Ken.
Does that mean Ken's here?
You know, for 11 and a half months, people stop me on the street and they say, Brian.
Get a haircut?
Everybody can just throw in their guesses. Ken, you want to throw in a guess?
Time to make a fist?
They say to me, Brian,
It's Morbin time.
give me a hint. What is the next top 10 with Ken going to be? And I'll tell them the same thing. We don't do that shit to the last second. I have no idea what it's going to be.
Well,
But it's everybody's most anticipated episode of the year.
Is it? Well, I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
Unfortunately, I have to start with some bad news.
oh no.
Bad news for me, maybe.
Oh,
I may have taken back the power to kill people on this podcast, although I want a ruling on whether this is my fault. On a recent episode, or possibly an upcoming episode, I mentioned that Swamp Thing and Man Thing were created by roommates.
oh no.
I killed one of the roommates, even without naming him. Can it be my fault if I never named Jerry Conway?
I don't know. That's tough.
It is crazy that throughout that one nonsensical just piece of information, and then a couple weeks later, one of those roommates died. The other one's long dead.
I think you did it.
I don't know. I didn't know his name.
Yeah.
I'm reading a comic book about a guy who has made a pact with the devil as a child, Brian. And so whenever he apologizes to people, he makes their brains melt. So I kind of think there's something, fourth dimensional going on with you.
Well, Pete killed my dog, so
Hey.
maybe I got the power back.
Hey.
I did hear that, but Brian, I do have a question about that. So the day he said that, you found out the dog had cancer. Now let me get this right. He died on his 9th birthday.
No, he didn't make it to his 9th birthday.
Didn't you say he died on the day of his 9th birthday, Brian?
No, that was the day he was supposed to have his cancer meeting. He was supposed to go to the doctor for the cancer doctor.
Oh, you're gonna take him to a doctor? I thought, Brian, I swear to God, I thought you were like, "Happy birthday, dog," and put him to sleep, because that's what I would.
Well, I am trying to win the Woody this
I
year,
really thought that.
and that would have helped my case.
That would have definitely got you. Oh,
And then blame
Brian,
me for it.
You're missing. These are slow balls.
I
down the
killed
middle,
legendary comics writer Jerry Conway.
Yeah, but you're going up against the likes of Tom Hanks.
I don't think I should. I think I should be going up against the likes of Pete, who killed my dog.
Well, I don't know that he did. But okay.
Thanks, Ken.
But you had your chance. Yeah, no problem. No problem, Pete. I think Brian just whiffed. He whiffed on a big fat one coming down the middle. And I don't mean it that way.
That's not what I like to do with the big fat one.
Is this baseball?
Oh,
No. Yes. Yes, Brian. Pete, this is baseball.
this is our 4th annual Top 10 with Ken.
That's right. And the reason we are all gathered here today, Ken, do you have a bird?
I do. Can you still hear it?
Yeah, when did you get a bird?
Oh, I didn't get a bird.
Oh.
My wife asked if she could get a bird that she could raise at her office, which is not here. But it's here every day. So this bird is like constantly in my life.
Does it have a name?
Do you want me to? Yeah, do you want me to say its name for you?
Jimmy Hua.
I mean, I could take care of this problem.
Jimmy Hua.
I'm going to let it pass for now. The first time around, we did the all-time best horror movies. Pete did not make a list because he was, I don't know, throwing a tantrum about lists.
Lists are dumb.
The next year, we did the best horror movies of the 21st century. Pete did make a list that was worse than not making one. And then we did last year
I disagree.
the best horror comedies of all time. Pete made a better list, so he's improving every time. This time around, Ken has picked it, and he has future-proofed it so that Pete almost has to do a pretty decent job, because it's more of a grab bag questionnaire
Right. It's not ranking
than
things.
rankings.
Right.
Although you still have to rank things a couple of times.
We'll see about that.
Right. So the best way I could describe this is a miscellaneous set of questions.
I like to think of it like a wish list. Like, I wish I could see this
it's
movie.
a wish list. It's a top 10 wish list.
That's 3/10 of what it is.
What do you mean? It's top 10.
I know.
And
There will be 10 things. They just won't all be related to each other.
And they won't all be Ben Grimm.
That's true.
No, there's going to be a Swamp Thing, a Man Thing, a Ben Grimm, a John Carpenter's a thing. There might be a John Carpenter's a thing.
You're going to kill John Carpenter.
Oh, you know what?
Already?
He's had it coming for a while.
What?
He's been a crotchety old man since he was 25.
But that's what he is.
I know, I love him.
That's what we love about him.
I'm going to be sad when that comes true.
Yeah, he seems to be like us-proof, which is good.
Basically, we're going to have one list that's 4 movies long, one list that's 3 movies long, and then 3 lists that are 1 movie long, adding up to a grand total of 10.
That's right.
Is that a good way to describe it?
10 items.
We were going to do the best horror movies of the 80s, and keep that in your back pocket, because I don't come up with new ideas, so you'll probably see that next year.
And that's a good one. The problem with that is there's way too many movies that came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
You can't list them all.
I mean, we did all time and the 21st century. There's less.
But no, there's more in the 80s.
Okay. Than all time?
Yes. Somehow that is true. I don't know how, but it is.
I like
Time travel.
I like a lot of these ideas that Ken came up with. We're going to be doing 4 movies, horror movies, hopefully, you haven't seen and why. So your top 10, so you still are ranking them, Pete. Your top 4 horror movies you haven't seen and why.
I took that more as 4 horror movies that I remember that I want to see.
Okay.
That works too.
We'll find out if that's true. Mm-hmm. Then we're going to do 3 horror movies you'd like to watch again. And Pete doesn't remember anything that he watched, so his list is vast and infinite.
They might be a lot of crossover between the first 2.
We're going to do one
He's
horror.
probably never seen any of them.
We're going to do one horror remake you want to see. We're going to name who we think is the best horror movie franchise icon of all time. And we're going to name our most anticipated movie, horror movie hopefully, of 2026. So that's going to be fun because it breaks it up from being just stuck in one concept.
One tunnel vision sort of list.
Yeah. And I could actually do most of this list this time.
With most?
Most. It was surprisingly difficult.
Yeah, you have to access things like memory.
Hard part.
There
was one hard part.
That's what she said.
A legitimate hard part. Nice. I like bringing that one back.
All right.
I'm a fan. That's what she said.
There it is. It's been a while.
I did it to myself. I did it to myself.
I'm a fan is the ending to a scary story in South Korea.
That's what she said.
Because they're afraid of fans.
It's air conditioners.
You know what
right?
they'd really be afraid of? 4 fans.
4 fans.
Because they're afraid of the number 4.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're just waiting to die.
Speaking of 4, let's kick it off with 4 horror movies you haven't seen and why.
But before we do that, and I know we don't do Nicolas Cage updates, but when I was looking for paper to make my list, I found an update that I circled many times, and somehow I never gave this update, and I couldn't even tell you when. But just so you guys know, there are no credible reports of Nicolas Cage contracting rabies.
Cool. You said we don't do Nicolas Cage updates?
Not on the top 10 lists, because they're usually their own thing. Also, we don't know. This is a horror movie podcast, Brian. Why would we do Nicolas Cage updates?
I've been expecting him to be your horror franchise movie icon since I heard what it was.
Oh, shit, now I got to go back and change my list.
Because you're going to tell me the guy from Mandy and the guy from the one where he's the janitor are the same character.
What about the Sorcerer's Apprentice? Could be the same guy, too.
I wouldn't know.
I think his name was Balthazar.
I knew that because I did Nick Cage Jeopardy. All right. 4 horror movies you haven't seen and why. Who would like to go first with one of their top 4 horror movies they haven't seen and why?
I got mine. I'll go with my first one. Obviously. Bride of Frankenstein, because Brian won't be quiet about it. and I did catch the opening scene, and it did seem pretty interesting. And mainly because Brian speaks so highly of this one. I'm like, I've never seen that one. That seems like a shame. So I'm going with Bride of Frankenstein. I've never seen it. So that's my reason.
That almost made my list of movies I want to watch again, just because he does talk about it incessantly. And I'm like, it was pretty good. I should watch that movie again.
Do you got a movie you have seen or a movie you haven't seen and why?
Do I? I do. The first one I wrote down was The Descent, because I've never
it's a
seen
great
it.
movie.
See,
Ooh,
that's what everybody says
nice.
all the time.
Now, for Pete, I can just put them
Nice.
on the podcast list and we'll get to them eventually. So I'll just keep track of these and we'll get to them all.
Well, you've got
I would love to watch that.
that one. Okay, it's good, huh?
I think it's the scariest movie in the last 25 years.
What year did it come out?
2000 maybe.
Holy shit! Okay,
So I guess that's not the
Yeah,
last 25
it's
years.
crazy.
It's so scary it doesn't even have to come out in the time frame I'm talking about.
see, that's how you make a list. All right, what do you got, Brian?
My first one is a movie that it makes on some levels zero sense I've never seen, but on the other hand, it makes complete sense. And it's Martin by George A. Romero.
Oh,
And it's from peak
yes.
Romero times, the year before Dawn of the Dead. It's 3 years after the Crazies. But I don't like vampire movies. So it's this problem I have of I can't ever want to be in the headspace to sit down and watch a vampire movie, even though I've heard nothing but great things about this one. And I love early George A. Romero movies. So that's why I haven't
have
seen it,
seen
just
it.
because of the vampire stuff.
You have seen it, Ken?
Yeah, I got it at Mondo Video a long time ago. It's good. It's good. It's definitely worth the watch. The Crazies, I would say, tops it, but I mean they're totally different movies. But yeah, I'm the kind of I'm in the same vein with you, pun intended, with vampire movies. But yeah,
Thank you
it's
for
pretty good.
explaining the
It's worth
pun,
the watch.
because I didn't get it.
Well, until you said vampire, I thought you were talking about Martin with Martin Lawrence, the TV show.
I thought he said van.
I've sat through 10 minutes of that.
So our first movies we all picked are movies that are all very well received, and I'm sure and some other people at this table know is good.
Yes,
But-
except I've never seen or heard of Martin, so well done, Ken.
Yeah, I was surprised that I pulled that one out. I got one that is not well received, but is a cult classic, potentially, or is actually, I'm not sure. Poultrygeist, shot in Buffalo, New York, by Trauma Films.
This movie may have come up on every single iteration of the top 10 with Ken.
I gotta watch this movie. Apparently,
Definitely. You
I
had it as your
haven't
number
seen it
one
yet.
movie of the 21st century, I think.
me?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
That doesn't stop you.
I should add that to my list.
If I could, for a moment, read what your number 3 was on the best horror movies of the 21st century. Ghost Dad, Ghost Son, Ghost Cat, Ghost Dog Way of the Samurai, Ghost Lake, Ghost Land, Ghost World, Ghost Chip, Ghost Train, The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. And again, Ghost Land does not exist.
I swear to God, Ghostland exists.
And
What?
3 of those are not from the 21st century.
Yeah,
And
but
they're not all horror comedies or horror movies.
And how is The Ghost of Mr. Chicken not a prequel to Poltergeist? I don't know.
It could be. Double feature.
It could be.
Poultrygeist, you say? Filmed in Buffalo, you say?
Shot in Buffalo, and they're coming out with a Poltergeist 2, Dawn of the Chicken Dead. And check out the trailer online. It's great. Ron Jeremy's in it. I say Ron Jeremy's in it.
Yeah,
Ghostbusters, Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, but he's like a rapist, isn't he? And he's in jail now, and he has dementia. You guys don't keep up with your porn stars? One of them's living in a
man,
sewer now in Las Vegas.
He's going to be in the running with Brian now.
Ron Jeremy and Brian in the same competition.
Pete, what's your number 3 horror movie you haven't seen and why?
All right, how many of these were we supposed to have?
4.
4? Oh, no. All right, well, I guess my next one then is Poultrygeist because I've never seen
Christ.
it. So
Why haven't you seen it? You didn't know it existed even though you used it 2 years ago and last year?
Kinda, but now that I know that it was filmed in Buffalo,
You knew that 2 years ago?
well, now that I've remembered that it was filmed in Buffalo, I am
Told you. You didn't remember. I just told you.
now. Well, you know what? I picked it because I want to see it. I've been talking about it for years, and I've been talking about
Yeah.
this movie and remembering things about this movie, and so I decided I needed to go on this list. It was a perfect place to put Wait, what is it? Poultrygeist? This is where I put Poultrygeist.
How did you only do 3? You're the one who told me how many we were doing. And it was 5 until last night.
I miscounted the men.
All right. My number 3 is The Wicker Man from 1973.
Ooh.
Just seems slow. That's my only reason.
It's good.
I'm sure it's great.
Good.
It just seems slow.
I watched that one with you, Ken.
That's a slow burner. That's a good and a burner.
Literally,
Not
I
a
believe.
Pun intended again. Hey.
I believe the burning happens
Yeah,
fairly
we
quickly.
did see that one.
That's right. And I've only ever seen the end of the Nicolas Cage one. I've never watched the whole thing. Just the part where he gets the bees. Not the bees,
I've never
he
seen
says.
the Nicolas Cage one.
Oh, you're missing out.
Well, we know what Pete's number 2 is going to be. Ken, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Satan Slaves 1, the first Satan Slaves from the Indonesian movie, because I saw Satan Slaves 2. I thought I saw 1 because the background, they go through the background in part 2, but I haven't seen the first one, and the second one is awesome. I absolutely love it. I don't know if the first one is better or worse, but that is definitely on my list of something to sit through and watch. And I kind of want to see the origin story of it all and whatnot. But I love 2. I really love 2.
I like 1 and 2 are around the same level.
Okay. Then I definitely want to see it. Because, 2 is awesome. Absolutely love the elevator scene in 2. I'm just like, holy shit. It's just some things you don't get in other movies, in other, markets or whatever. Things that people think of. Just the crushing of the elevator is great. So Satan Slaves 1.
I watched both these movies, and I like both these movies. What was the elevator part?
I'm trying to remember. There's the rainy night, right?
Little
And the
girls are
floods
collecting
coming.
coins.
Oh, yeah, I
underneath the
remember.
Elevator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope, we're good. We don't have to keep talking about it. Gross.
And then what happened, Brian? I kind of forgot.
Well, one of them smart enough to see that the elevator's starting to crash down, and she hops out and
Right.
gets splattered in the blood of her friends.
Oh, I don't like
right.
you. All right.
All right.
Pete, do you have an actual one for number 2?
Poltergeist was my number 2.
That was your number 3.
Number 3.
Wait,
We
what?
count up.
What was your number 2 then?
He just told you it was Satan Slaves 1.
No, you.
I go 3rd.
Yeah, but I thought I already did Poltergeist. I did Descent and Poltergeist.
That's 4 and 3. Do you have a number 2?
We're already there? What were your 2 then? No, seriously, I thought we missed you.
Martin and the Wicker Man.
Oh, yeah, Martin. I forgot all about Martin, the TV show. All right, so my number 3,
No. You're number 2.
but we're on the third one.
Yep. 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're going backwards
You're
now?
top
Always.
4. Yeah, because it's top 4. It's a top 4 list right now.
But there's no
You're number 2.
rhyme or reason to it.
There is. It's counting backwards. Number 2.
Number 2. Number 2. All right, whatever. My number 2. I'm not sure which one it is that I haven't seen. Well, I know I haven't seen either, but it's either the Seventh Sign or the Seventh Seal.
You haven't seen either of those.
No, that's why these are the ones I haven't seen.
But
But you're right. I don't think I've seen either one. Which one has the death playing checkers with death?
the 7th Seal.
All right, I want to see that one, but I also kind of want to see the one with what's her face?
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore. I want to see both. I don't know why. They both seem like the same movie to me too.
Well, one is a Swedish movie in black and white. The other is a 1980s witch movie, I think.
But they seem like they're about the same thing. Like something, I don't know. Maybe it's
The
just
number 7.
maybe it's just the number 7. I should put 7 on this list as my next one.
You've seen 7.
All right, it's on the other one.
It's a
now.
movie you want to see again. And yeah. Okay, my number 2 is Rosemary's Baby. All-time classic horror movie. Same reason as the last one. Seems slow. And then when I got mature enough to feel like I can handle a slow movie that's supposed to be great, by then I didn't really feel like watching a Roman Polanski movie. Weird how that happened.
Yeah.
Just never
Yeah,
sat
that
down and
affects
was like, let me
people.
give this guy my time and attention.
You know what? That's a good point. I've never watched it either, and that's kind of part of the reason. I just don't. There's other things I can watch first.
Me
Yep.
too. I turned it on and I turned it off. It was pretty quick. Faster than Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
What?
I believe that. No,
What?
faster than. I turned it off faster than the Texas. I got really bored. Really
You know what?
fast.
I want to remake Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 then, and
We're
have
not
the-
to that yet.
But I want to have the same actress who played the Nancy
Yeah.
in the first one. Played
Nancy, sure. Famously Nancy in Texas Chainsaw
Yeah,
Massacre.
she should have been
Sally Hardesty.
when Sally. She should have played Sally. She should have played Sally in part 2, and then you both would be agreeing with me that it is a masterpiece.
I got some bad news about that actress if you
Possibly.
want to get her for the movie.
No, I mean we have to go back in time and do this.
Oh, well,
like
we can.
everything is filmed the exact same. We just switch out the
And
actors.
it's 1986. We can get back there. No problem. We're going to be back there anyway. We might as well just do it while we're there.
Okay, I'm in. This is my new project.
Put that in your notes. Ken, what is your number one horror movie you haven't seen and why?
This movie I've heard about it from you guys, and I've also heard about it from my Uncle Bob, who says the movie's almost as good as the book. Let the Right One In. I have not seen that one.
Well, here's what
I
you
just
heard
hear
about
it's
it from
great.
us guys. I haven't seen it, and Pete put it on a list because he thought it was clever. He found 3 movies with similar titles, but he's never seen it either.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Which one is the one that was Iranian and...
A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night.
Oh, that's very similar to Let the Right One In.
It's not.
In the title, I mean.
In Pete's list for the 21st century, he had one that was Let the Right One In, Let the Wrong One In, and Let Us In. And then I asked, oh, you didn't put the American remake, Let Me In? He goes, there's a remake? But you never saw it. Neither of us have seen it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you guys. I thought there was like 2 sequels or a sequel after, and you guys were talking about the sequel. I definitely heard about it from one of these episodes. But anyways, my Uncle Bob says it's great, and you guys know how Uncle Bob is. He's
I
money
don't.
in the bank. He's
Tell
money in
Uncle...
the bank.
He is. Money in the bank, Brian. Tell Uncle Bob I said
He is.
hi.
I will. I talk to him often. We email.
Cool. You still... electronic
Yeah.
mail, you say?
He's coming to Taiwan this year. It's exciting. I know.
Uncle Bob
We
in
were there
Taiwan.
last year.
Yeah, we were.
Or was that this year?
I know. Briefly.
Very briefly.
Brian
Maybe...
came for me.
It was last year. Who could remember we traveled? We're such world travelers.
Well, I just remember you beating a rickshaw.
Pete, what is your number one horror movie that you've never seen and why?
All right. Well, first off, it's not my number one. It's
Okay.
just the last one on my list. But it's The Endless. It's, I guess, a HP. It's always there. It's a Lovecrafty kind of like other outsider type movie, and it seems intriguing. And I've heard enough stuff that seems good, so I choose that one.
But why haven't you seen it?
I don't know, because it's just there, and I don't like new things. Because then I got to focus like time, because I'd have to actually sit there and think about watching one thing for 2 hours.
Speaking of things, my number one is John Carpenter's The Thing.
Nice.
Same reason as the other
turned
last
that
2.
one off, too.
Seems slow. Watched the first 20 minutes of it, and I went, oh no, what if I'm the one person in the world who doesn't like The Thing? So I turned it off so it couldn't happen.
Don't worry, you won't be
Brian,
the only
you're
person.
not.
What?
You're not. I turned it off too.
What the
within 10 to 20 minutes.
That first 20 minutes is rough, Pete.
It's something underwater, isn't it? Is it something we're underwater again? It's almost as bad as 2001. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's almost as bad.
And I like every John Carpenter movie like pre 1994. So it is insane that I can't make it 20 minutes into The Thing.
You know, you two and my traitorous daughter, you've all turned against me. You've all turned against me. How do you guys feel about Poltergeist? It's awesome, right?
I do. I do, Pete.
Yeah.
It's on my list.
I know, but Fred's kind of ruined it for me. All right.
And doing the watch along ruined it too because it wasn't that good.
Yeah, that didn't help either. My plan backfired terribly. It's kind of slow. And I had just watched it with Fred, so all I could think about was her talking shit about it the whole time. And she still talks about The Thing and how boring it is. She's like, oh, is that the slow movie? She calls it the slow movie, guys.
That's what I call it. I mean, The Fog is slow, but for some reason I'm entertained by The Fog's opening.
Did it have Adrian Barbeau?
It did. Adrian Barbeau and Janet Leigh and Jamie Lee Curtis not playing mother and daughter.
It seems odd.
It is odd. All right, we got through those 4 relatively unscathed. Pete argued about what numbers meant, but it's okay. We got through it. Nevertheless, we persisted.
This is a much easier set of lists to make.
Now we're going to move on to 3 horror movies you want to watch again, and I'm assuming and why.
Yes.
Pete, would you like to go first this
should
time?
I start again?
No, we'll let Pete go
Pete,
first.
I better go first because I wrote down 4 of these. All right, you know what? I'll combine. Oh man, you know what? I can whittle this down to 2 because I have 2
we
of
need
them.
3, so somewhere between 4 and 2 is literally where you need to end up.
Well, I don't know how to.
Okay, I'll start. That was my bad.
Okay.
My bad. Too much pressure. My first pick, my number 3 on horror movies I want to watch again and why, is The Love Witch.
Hey, I've seen that one
The
on
Love
your,
Witch.
your little list of movies. What is that?
All 3 of my movies are going to have a little something in common. They're all a little surrealist because I think about them a lot, and I'm always kind of down for another rewatch. But they're also movies that I haven't seen nearly as many times as I probably want to. It's a movie about a witch, a beautiful woman who uses witchcraft to try to find perfect love, and it's got this great 1960s Technicolor look to it, and this awesome performance by the lead, and it's just a weird, beautiful movie that I love and I recommend to everybody, and I never really sit down and watch again, but I always want to.
What's it called? The Love Witch?
The Love Witch.
All right. So not a comedy.
Oh, it's funny.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking, I for some reason, I think of Love Potion #9 when I think of The Love Witch.
It's funny in a way that movies aren't funny because it's stylized in a way that where the style is almost the funny part to me.
Okay.
And I really enjoy it, and everyone should go watch it, and I should watch it again. Ken, your number
All right.
3 horror movie you'd like to watch again?
Well, I have a funny movie, which is not funny at all. It's called Funny Games from Austria. The first one, I think they remade it in the U.S.
They did with Naomi Watts.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that was received. I didn't see it.
I think
but
the same director did it.
Yeah, he did. He did. Michael something or another. And the first one is totally disturbing. It's psychological kind of horror. It's like a home invasion movie, basically. And these 2 guys, they're kind of out like on a boat dock, and they get into like the family's cabin, and they just like hold them hostage. But then they make them play all these really sick, sadistic games, and you're just watching it. And they're constantly like, I guess they're breaking the fourth wall. They're always like looking and at the audience and like making like, I don't know, like making you think like you're in on it or whatever. So it's pretty intense. I saw it about 20, not yet, no, probably about 17 or 18 years ago. And it's one of those movies that's disturbing. It's like the reason why I didn't watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre again until recently was because it's just that movie you can't just like keep watching. But I think it's about time. I want to see the Funny Games, the original one.
All right.
Not funny though.
Pete, have you figured your shit out?
Yes, I did. With a late edition that I just remembered I really want to see again, which is Bride of the Killer Piñata,
Yeah, that's a good one.
which has never been released as far as I understand.
It might be on Tubi.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
Okay, that'd be exciting.
Don't
if it
quote
is.
me on that.
All right, I won't. But it's a movie about a killer. Well, there was another movie preceding it about a killer piñata, and now he has a bride. Mm-hmm. The end.
It's a good one. My number 2 is a movie that Ken has seen. Pete has not, but we'll get to it one day on the podcast probably. It is Messiah of Evil,
Oh,
a movie I discovered just flipping around apps on a Roku. There was a B movie app, and this movie started and mesmerized me. And I have seen it once since then and enjoyed it even more. But that was like 7-8 years ago. And I have to make time to go back to Messiah of Evil, a hidden gem from the mid-'70s that when I discovered it, it seems like people didn't talk about. But in the last 10 years, it feels like people have discovered it.
What was that one about?
I don't know how to explain that to you.
Okay, all right.
I gotta say, I saw it, and I kind of can see how that can get better as you watch it. It's really kind of got a cult kind of classic kind of idea or feeling behind it. The first kill is awesome. There's a lot of really crazy things in it. The sets are so good.
Some of the shots
I
are
found it the
absolutely
exact
jaw-droppingly gorgeous, too. In this
Yes.
weird movie that gets a little surreal at times, whose plot doesn't always make sense. It's always going the same direction, but it doesn't always make sense.
Yeah. I think maybe that was probably my thing with it. Like after I heard you saw it, I found it the same way you did. I was just flipping through some apps. I'm like, what's this thing? And I'm watching them begin. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
This is
It holds
crazy.
your attention. It
This is
grabs
really
you.
good.
There's some scenes.
Yeah.
There's a scene in a supermarket that's as good as any horror movie scene.
Oh,
It really is
Yeah,
crazy.
that's
There's a
exactly
scene in a movie theater that's excellent. There's this awkward scene where the girl's getting hitchhiking. It's fucking great. It's got so many of those things.
yeah.
But the overall plot, I don't know. But that's why I have to watch it again, because it's one of those movies that really grabs you by the throat and holds on to you, like you're mesmerized by it. I have no idea what the movie's about.
Okay.
it just loses it at the end. There's just something that as you get to the 2/3 mark, the third act or whatever, you just kind of, it's almost like now we have to end it. Okay, so we're going to do that.
Yeah, I kind of feel that's true. But it's such an interesting piece of work. And I highly recommend everybody check it out when they're flipping through some Roku apps. It's where everybody's finding it.
Yeah, you'll find it eventually.
I mean this, when I looked it up, when I first saw it 15 years ago, 12 years, whenever I saw it, and I couldn't find really anybody even talking about the movie online. And now you can find a lot of people talking about it. So something happened where it came out somewhere and people caught it. And people were like, did anybody ever see this? This is like the hidden gem of all hidden gems I've ever found.
Well, since I heard you guys bring it up a few years back, I have seen it pop up on the internet and such. Like just I don't read about it. I just see, I've heard of that movie.
It's an interesting one, so I'll put it on the list that we'll get to it one day. All right,
yeah,
Ken?
that's a good one. That's a good one to put on for sure. I have, this is unexpected, but I do definitely want to see this movie again because it's so fun. So this is kind of the opposite of funny games. I don't need time between. It's so much fun for me to watch this movie. It's Death Proof, the Quentin Tarantino horror movie from Grindhouse, the double production. Basically, the stuntman uses his death-proof roll cage in his car to murder women through like vehicular homicide. Yeah, it's Kurt Russell. It's awesome. It's so much fun. I love the way they build it up in the beginning. It's got a real like sort of Tarantino vibe to it, and then you just like it goes off the rails. It goes completely off the rails, and the second half is really fun too because it kind of turns the tables on the killer. So it's Death Proof is a great one. If you haven't seen it, I think it's very underrated, extremely underrated horror movie. So
I've seen it. I've seen it. I like it. Too, yeah. Isn't one of the actors like a stunt woman too? Like, and she did all her own stunts.
3 of them or 4 of them are.
Oh, they all are?
The last group he tries to kill.
Yeah.
And they come after him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like, all right, cool. Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Yeah,
Although, all right, I thought of a movie that I haven't seen that I want to, and it's The Guest.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right. My watch again is, well, here's where I'm going to double up because I had the extra one. There's 2 movies that I've only seen once. It is Possession, which is a trippy, surreal, crazy movie that everyone needs to see, and Pontypool, which is, I think, the only movie that stays in one place that I've ever sat through and enjoyed.
Did you link those together because they both start with P?
Yes.
Okay.
And also, I've only seen them once.
Okay.
So those are my 2 for that.
My number 1 is Possession.
Really?
It's the movie that I'm always thinking about, that I'm always probably the closest to watching that I never watch because I want to put on a full-on 2-hour and 10-minute commitment to doing it, and I just don't have the time to do that. It's not a movie I want to watch in pieces. It's not a movie that I want to half watch while I'm doing something else. It's a movie I want to sit in a movie theater that I can't sit in and just absorb every second of Possession. They're remaking this fucking thing with Margaret Qualley and a guy who I've never seen in anything, and it's the guy who directed Smile, who I like both Smile movies, but I don't associate him with. And here's the problem with remaking Possession, just put plainly. Anybody who's talented enough to do something interesting with it is just going to make something original. And anybody who's not shouldn't be touching Possession.
I have a big fear that it's going to be like the Psycho remake with.
I think there's so many different ways you can go that it won't be that bad, but I don't know why you want to remake this movie. It's such a personal thing for the director. It's about his own childhood, his own divorce, and his own thoughts on the war going on. Is this going to be set in Berlin? Is it going to be set in the past? Those are things that I don't understand why you do it. But this original fucking movie is one of the top best movies I've ever seen, period. And I always want to watch it again, and I haven't seen it nearly enough times. I watched it for the podcast with you. I watched it a few years before that. That's the only times I've seen it.
I've only seen it the one.
I think I've seen it one other time. But I want to see it right now.
Did you see it, Ken?
No, but it does remind me of Old Boy when they remade that. Spike Lee took this Korean masterpiece, absolute, probably the best movie I've ever seen. It's not a horror movie, but I can't imagine. I didn't watch it, but I can't imagine anybody remaking that movie, and it's for the exact same reason. It's like it's so specific. Yeah. It's so like culturally ingrained. It's like, how could you dare? And they dared, and they didn't do well.
Really, I mean, I appreciate actors wanting to challenge themselves, but if you see Possession, and Pete has, I feel really worried for Margaret Qualley trying to do anything that'll be like what Isabella Gianni did in that movie, because I think it's the best performance I've ever seen a person
Or Sam
give.
Neill.
I think that's a little easier to do. It'll come off derivative, but I think what Isabella Gianni does is so ethereally interesting.
She was weird.
I don't know how anybody could do it.
This movie.
Yeah, I really want your opinion too, Ken, because it's weird.
All right.
I love it. I love
When
it
did
a
it
lot.
come out?
1981, and you got to get the long. So in America, it wasn't available for a long time, except for like a 90-minute cut, which is I can't even imagine where you start. You got to find the full version of it, and spoiler alert: if we had done the 1980s horror movies, it would have been my number one. That's how much I love that movie.
Yep. Well, that's
I
on
thought
my
it would
list.
be Return to Oz. Can I just say
I
this?
heard that Return to Oz is referenced in that upcoming Detective Sheep movie.
Detective Sheep.
I read a review of the Sheep Detectives or whatever it is. It's a movie that's getting these great reviews because it's like a good mystery on top of being like a good family film.
Okay.
And I think Hugh Jackman plays this guy who has all these sheep that he reads mystery novels to.
Okay.
And they can talk. And then he dies and they try to solve his murder.
Well, I'm in.
Well, I read in the review on
You had me
AV
at
Club
sheep.
that he's kind of a loner because he doesn't like the people in town because they're weird because they all really love the movie Return to Oz. That was what was written in the review. And I was like, fuck, do I have to watch The Sheep Detective to see people talking about Return to
I
Oz?
am 100% watching this. I was going to watch it already.
It's got absolutely excellent reviews. All right, Ken, you're number one?
My number one is this is a movie I saw like on a Saturday. I also got it from Mondo Video. Not to give them any because they're closed.
A long time ago. They were awesome, though.
Yeah.
I bought the Tom Waits
Yeah.
Big Time VHS there.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. This one I saw on like a Saturday. It was just a Saturday. I'm like, let me just check it out. It was the Abominable Dr. Phibes, the Vincent Price film from, I think it's the 70s, 1971. It's kind of a proto Saw. You know, I say the movie Saw, the horror movie Saw franchise kind of thing, where he's got like this. His wife dies, and these surgeons screw up her surgery, and she dies, and he was in love, and he has to get revenge, and so he puts them through like these 9 different sort of horrible deaths. Basically, it's a really fun movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, and it's just something that I'm like, that was really great, and I don't remember anything about it. So I just kind of wanted to like catch up and see it again and see if it was as awesome as I remember, because I was so surprised I liked it as much as I did.
My favorite part of that movie
that's
is when the sweaty Southern sheriff says, "What do they call you?" And he goes, "They call me Mr. Phibes." Is that
it's a funny movie.
no, that's not from that movie. That's an In the Heat of the Night reference from the 1960s because I'm amusing myself.
Okay, all right. Well, it is. There are funny bits in it. It's like this really weird kind of blend of like campy sort of gross out horror, but also like it's campy, I guess. So it's kind of funny, but just also gross out horror. You know, which is I like it. I really enjoyed it.
All right, Pete, take us home with your
mine.
number one.
All right. The number one I've got The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox, and I think Robert Zemeckis directed it, and Jeffrey Combs is there. There's a bunch of fun people. Jake Busey. There's a ton of people. I haven't seen this movie.
I'm just laughing because like you're like ton of people. Jake Busey.
You don't think that Jake Busey rates?
I don't.
Look at you. How dare you?
Was he in the Hitcher remake?
I think he does
so.
as fun.
Okay, but anyway, I haven't seen it in forever, and it's good. And my other one is Frankenhooker, because that movie's great.
Oh, nice.
That movie is fantastic.
Frankenhooker's excellent. You see Frankenhooker?
I think I saw it a long time ago. I know it was on HBO, wasn't it? Wasn't it on HBO for a while?
I don't think
Like
so.
in the 80s or 90s? No?
I don't think so.
Maybe not. Maybe it was on Skinamax.
Sounds
I'm
like
not sure.
sounds like a Mondo video rental.
It's possible, or it's possible I just really like that title.
Now, Pete, are you able to go first if I give you another category?
What's the category?
The remake you most want to see.
Okay. I had a lot of thoughts about this.
You just need one.
Well,
Pluck one out of there and let's
right.
get going.
Well, what I ended up with is you shouldn't make remakes. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a dumb idea, so don't do them. But then I decided during this podcast that I want to remake Fred because she doesn't like good horror movies, and that's a real problem, and I'm not going to stand for it. But then I thought, you know what else they should remake along with Fred?
I thought you wanted to remake her because you wanted Kitty to have sex with you again.
No, that's not. But yes, but no. I guess there could be more than one reason. But also that new Scream movie. Just fucking do it again.
Yeah, I agree.
Redo it. Goddamn. Try over.
I agree.
I don't need to wait 20 years.
Joke.
I agree.
That was my joke.
That was
I
your-
was going to say Scream 7. Huh?
No, I agree that there's something there they could have easily done it if they just fixed the perspective and nailed an ending.
Right. Just
They weren't that far away from just making a fine movie, and they botched all the things that they had to do.
release it again next year. Just re-edit it.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Although the movie made like $250 million, it's by far the most successful one. It pushed Scream over $1 billion in there. But they did change the creative team behind the next one, so I'm excited about that because I think it needed to be freshened up.
Well, we'll see. What do you got, Brian?
My one remake I'd like to see, I struggled with this because, again, I don't like remakes. Although I thought about it, and like The Thing's a remake, and I don't care for it, but The Fly's a remake, and I love The Fly. So
True,
it's possible. The Blob's a remake. It's possible
Yeah.
to make remakes that are good. And my first thought was, what about a bad movie that I don't like that you could make better? And my first thought was Valentine, because I read the book Valentine. It's based on the book is good. The movie's garbage. It has nothing to do with the book. You could just make the book and it'd probably be better. But I was like, I don't really want that. Then I thought about Event Horizon, because I think there's more you could do than they did in that movie. But then I thought, you're not going to get Sam Neill and Lawrence Fishburne, so let's just pass on that. I actually, believe it or not, did think of Bride of Frankenstein, even though I like remaking one of my favorite movies sounds insane. I just want somebody to take Pretorius and make me a Pretorius movie. But what I landed on was a movie that I think is ripe for a full-on reboot remake that could be super fun, and it's Critters. I'd like them to remake Critters.
That would be. That almost made my want to see list. Critters 2 there, or Critters, one of the two.
Yeah, it's fun. I've only seen the first two, but that's a really fun franchise. And that is a really good point. There's a Gremlins 3 coming.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is this is where the original Critters shined, is riding the coattails of the Gremlins. So why not?
The
So
Gremlins,
remake
right,
me Critters, do it over the course of a whole town instead of just a barn. And I think you could have a lot of fun with the new Critters movie. Technology's gotten better. Add a little bit more humor. I think you could make a great remake Critters movie. And it's not going to shit on the original. Nobody's going to care that you made another one.
No, at this point, no, 100% no.
Yeah.
If you'd remake like a Killer Clowns from Outer Space, people
Yeah.
are going to have words, but Critters,
Yeah.
that's something that I'm very excited that you brought
Exactly.
it up.
Don't remake Possession.
They're
remake
like the
Critters.
Minions.
Parker Finn, quit what you're doing right now. Take Margaret Qualley and the other guy and go make Critters.
You're right, Ken. It is a lot like the Minions. That's what they are.
Yeah, it's that kind of vibe where you could do it over and over again, and
Yep, just keep trotting them out and have them just kill more towns and have people hunting them down.
Yeah, you could do
Yeah,
stuff with those bounty
yeah,
hunters.
good
There's so
one.
much stuff you could do.
Absolutely. Good choice, Brian.
Thank you. Ken,
Yeah.
your movie you'd most like to see remade?
Okay, so I've been gone for a while. My first thought was real automatic was Last House on the Left from Wes Craven.
There is a remake of
And then
Last House on the
discovered-
Left.
I know that was
pretty
my
good,
original
too.
thought, and then I heard that. I heard it was remade, so I
Not
was
bad.
like, okay, my instincts are good. Then of course I said Scream 7, ha ha ha. And then I thought Near Dark, and then I was like, yeah, that's good. Then I looked it up, and they're going to make that into a TV show because they make everything into something new, a remake. And so then I thought, oh, Maniac, the old like 80s.
They remade that.
They remade that. Yeah, I found that out. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, they remade Maniac? Okay, so down to my last, I'm thinking about, all right, I got to think of something along the lines of Last House on the Left and like Maniac, basically. And Pete, you'll appreciate this because we saw it together. The New York Ripper from 1982.
But we're going to keep.
Lucio Fulci's masterpiece. The guy with the Donald Duck voice who goes around. It's so violent. They banned it in the UK. It's awesome.
That movie is fantastic. Why does he talk like Donald Duck? I don't know.
We don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows.
As he violently murders people, all you hear is Donald yelling, which I guess the cartoon Donald would probably do as well.
It's a great choice because it's one of those movies that's, even if you're a fan of that movie, it's not going to bother. You'll be excited they're making a remake of it, if anything.
Exactly.
It's tough because you don't want to shit on things.
What is there to shit on, though?
No, I mean, like, I thought Bride of Frankenstein, even though I'm like the biggest Bride of Frankenstein fan in the world, but there's still space to do stuff in that. I saw The Bride. The first half of The Bride is excellent. I want that James Whale castles instead of
why don't we have Pretorius on his like prequel adventures or something?
I would kill for somebody to make a James Whale inspired Pretorius prequel.
Right. You don't have to redo Bride of Frankenstein. Just give us a Pretorius
Parker
adventure.
Finn, quit what you're doing. Take Margaret Qualley and the other guy. Go make me a prequel to Pretorius. All right, Ken, you want to double up here and give us your best horror franchise icon? So for this, somebody has to be in more than one horror movie.
Okay. Well, they are. They're in every movie. I went, and maybe this is cheating.
Sounds like it's going to be. Based on the limited information I have, it sounds like it's going to be cheating.
It would be the zombies from Dawn of the Dead. There's no better. And I could argue that this is the virus or whatever it is that is passing along. That nobody else is afraid of anything more than death. Nobody's afraid of anything else more than, no afterlife, eating our own families or our families eating us. I mean, it's the personification of death. So I think Dawn of the Dead, it's been copied for a reason. Well, obviously Night of the Living Dead, but Dawn of the Dead is where they really came out because of Tom Savini and whatnot. So yeah, I went with the zombie
Romero zombies.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. Those are good ones. I didn't even think about that, but those are really good.
Thank you. I'm glad I wasn't disqualified.
No, that's fine.
No, you're good.
Pete?
This one, there's so many places to go. You've got your Godzillas.
Sure.
You've got your Gremlins.
You're naming them all, yeah.
You've got your Critters.
Love it when you do that before people pick their things.
I'm just going through all the ones I picked.
Oh, you got to pick one.
Well,
you got to pick one for this one.
The problem was, I thought this was a great idea because I really like to see what other people think and what.
I'll go. I guess I'll go. Mm-hmm. A list of one. You can't make a list of one.
I didn't pick one. I can't. How do you rank them? This was all about ranking, and I couldn't rank it. For
Christ's sake. So
I think we could pick Pete's at the end.
Okay, I got one. Loomis.
Okay.
I choose Loomis.
Love it. I did think of Godzilla that you mentioned. I did think of
Godzilla's a good one.
Michael Myers, but then I thought the problem with Michael Myers is you just said it. Is it a Michael Myers franchise? Is it a Dr. Loomis franchise? Yes. Is it a Laurie Strode franchise? No. Too many other things are iconic in that franchise for it to be like you're the franchise icon. Which is why I went with Jason Voorhees, because no matter what they do to that motherfucker, it's still just this mindless guy killing everybody. They put him in space. They put him in hell.
Exactly.
They put him in society for one part of one movie.
They put him on a boat.
They put him in Vancouver, still in New York City. And it's still just, I only have one thing I'm doing here. I'm just going to kill everybody. Stop fucking near my lake. And that's why it's him, because nobody else ever stole the reins of that franchise from him. Where even Freddy Krueger, who is a more dynamic, and maybe even in some ways iconic face of a franchise, even that has Nancy Thompson. Like, even that has something where, no, there's a foil for you that kind of fits. And Tommy Jarvis never reaches that. So it's Jason Voorhees to me.
And also, Jason beat Freddy. We saw that.
Well, it was a dream.
No. And I got to point this out. Jason was the first one to ever go to space.
I thought the Leprechaun beat him.
It's kind of like they...
I think the Leprechaun did beat him.
Ooh.
What?
Who won the great space race of the 1990s?
Well, considering Jason X was in 2003, I'm going to say it was the one who did it in the 1990s.
Jason X came out in 2003? Yeah. I think that Leprechaun may have gone to space first.
Good, I think that's right.
That little guy, he gets around.
But did Hellraiser go to space before that? Because they went to space once too.
I thought that was movie Event Horizon.
Why did you think that?
Because that was hell in space.
Leprechaun in Space was 1996.
Ooh.
Damn. Well,
You were really pulling for
Well,
Jason.
you know how it goes. They put a...
Jason in Space was good.
You know how it
Jason,
goes with space
Jason X
travel.
was good.
They send up a monkey or a Warwick Davis. then they can get to the people.
Yeah, exactly.
You can buy a Warwick Davis.
You can buy a Warwick Davis. Oh, Hellraiser made it in
And you said
1996.
Ooh.
Oh, the first in Space,
didn't-
Hellraiser.
They both made it in 1996. Now we have to
Same.
figure out which one of those came out first.
The
Was
release date.
first.
This is a real
Oh my-
situation.
This is some history I don't know that anyone's gone into.
Warwick Davis went to space on
I
Halloween
dare-
Day.
We're the first ones to discuss this on the internet.
Warwick Davis went to space on Halloween Day, 1996, unironically released in Russia. And Hellraiser went to space.
Come
That's
on,
what it does.
December.
I feel like he's going to win because
I want the Leprechaun to win.
Hellraiser in
I want
Space,
Hellraiser.
which is Hellraiser Bloodline, the fourth installment, came out
Yes. Yes.
March 8th,
Boo.
1996.
Oh yeah, Hellraiser. I like that a real, scary sort of demonic. guy got to
Scary?
space first.
I watched that first
Yeah,
Hellraiser
Hellraiser's-
movie. They just stand around going, "Oh, you like it when I do this, don't you, Daddy?" And they're like, "Yeah."
Oh, now I have an erection. Don't use your sexy voice.
Yeah,
That's what that whole
calm
movie
down.
was. What did the Hellraisers do in space? Like, was
I
there
don't-
just a space station that found that little puzzle box and opened it and said, "Now it's sexy times," but in space?
No idea.
Zero gravity
Those would
boning,
be
yo.
some good watch-alongs. Those are some watch-alongs. I'm thinking
I don't think so.
trilogy.
Adam Scott's in one of them, though.
Is he? He's in a Hellraiser?
What I
movie?
remember of Hellraiser is one's really good, two's really good. It falls off the face of the earth immediately, but one of them has Adam Scott in it, which is kind of funny. And then one of them is like shockingly okay, which is clearly just a different script retrofitted to put some of this stuff in there. But it was good, and I can't remember which one it is, so I never go back and try to find it.
Yeah, I heard there were all sorts of problems just stringing that licensing right along.
All right, who wants to go first for their most anticipated horror movie for the rest of 2026?
I'll go
Well-
first.
Okay, Pete's going to go first. Let him cook.
Because I don't have
Okay.
one. Because I don't know what movies are
Christ's
coming out
sake.
this summer. We didn't do the summer preview episode yet. So
I didn't say summer, the whole year.
well,
you
am I
can look
supposed
up.
to know what's supposed to be coming out this year?
I mean, you just type into your Google machine.
what movies are coming out this year?
All right, Ken. I'll tell you what. Ken, you go pick one, and then I'll give Pete a list. Pick mine and give Pete a list to pick from.
Okay, well, I haven't seen this movie. I don't think it's still in theaters at the moment.
Wait,
but
your most anticipated movie is a movie that's already out.
Well, yeah, it could have
Well,
been.
Well, this movie, I was trying to see it, because and the reason why I put it on my list is because of one of your shows and what you guys mentioned about the preview. Because I saw the preview and I was like,
Is it
it's
You, Me,
that
and
kind of
Tuscany?
movie.
Okay, I choose that one.
Is it You, Me, and Tuscany?
It's no,
Oh.
no, and I was pretty excited about it. I was definitely on my list, and then I realized that there wasn't a handsome guy in there for my wife to watch,
Ooh,
and so They Will Kill You got
Oh.
past me.
That's
But
the one I
am
wanna
definitely
see.
gonna want. That's the no, Pete. That's the one I want to see.
On VOD as of
Anyway.
yesterday.
that's the one I want to see. It's got Zazie Beetz.
Well, yeah, well, exactly. So it looked pretty good, but then Brian said the interesting thing is that it's actually a horror movie, because I thought it's going to be just kind of like a run around and like,
Shoot him up.
karate.
I
kind of
was
thing or whatever.
surprised
Yeah,
at how
you know.
much Evil Dead 2 like gore fun they have.
That's awesome.
Now,
Yeah, I had
I'm the
no
only one who
clue.
seems
That's-
to have understood what this category was. So allow me to maybe help Pete out here and give him some ideas that he could pick from. Because I had
Okay.
a little short list of things coming. And I
I can
thought
change mine.
we got Zach Kreger doing a Resident Evil movie.
Ooh,
Weapons writer-director doing a Resident Evil movie. We have a new Evil Dead movie, Evil Dead Burn, coming out this summer. We have
nice.
the next Robert Eggers movie, Werewolf.
I like werewolves.
We have DC Comics Clayface.
Oh, yeah. Rated R here.
And probably, I think, the final installment of the Terrifier franchise, Terrifier 4, probably coming this October. But I didn't pick any of those, even though those are all really good movies to anticipate. I picked the only thing that I could pick for 2026. Godzilla Minus Zero.
That comes out this year?
Yes.
Oh,
Godzilla
boy.
Minus One was so fucking incredible that Godzilla Minus Zero, I will be seated in the IMAX day one. Cannot wait.
All right, I'm going with you.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But here's some things like I think you'd be interested in a new Resident Evil from Zach Krager, a new Evil Dead movie. Robert Eggers, you're hit and miss with, but you like werewolves. Clayface, Terrifier 4. Those are all things that you'd be interested in, I think.
Okay.
And Godzilla Minus Zero, obviously.
All right. Are you gonna change yours, Ken?
Yeah, I'm going to change it. Not that I'm not going to see They Will Kill You, but I think Pete, what are you thinking? Because I'm stuck on Evil Dead, and the Clayface one sounded good too.
Yeah.
But Evil Dead and then Terrifier 4. Terrifier 3 was good. It wasn't.
Oh,
as
Pete
good
heard all
as I
about it.
wanted.
I've only heard about Terrifier 3. I haven't been able to watch it yet. It sounded like it was pretty cool.
It was. I'm going to go Terrifier 4. I got to go Terrifier 4.
The final chapter in the battle between Sienna Shaw and Art the Clown. I am looking forward to that. Will this be Sienna Shaw's year to take home Best Final Girl? It looks like a tough year when you see the stuff coming out.
Isn't she always up against people?
She's been the runner-up twice.
Oh, boy. Maybe. But you're not going to do it like the goddamn Oscars do it, where it's like, well, we're going to give you the award because you keep trying real hard. And this, no.
I wouldn't do that.
All right, good. Too bad for her, though, because she's really fun.
She could win it. It could be great. It could be as good as 2. 2 was so awesome.
Yeah. Two's a great movie.
Art the Clown almost made my
Two's insane.
icon guy, the franchise icon.
Me too.
Well, did you pick a most
Jaws almost
anticipated
made
movie?
mine.
Yeah, it was the They Will Kill You.
You're not changing yours from
No.
a movie that's already out that you can go see?
I changed mine from nothing to They Will Kill You. I really want to see that one. I know I'm going to see Godzilla because you just told me we are, so I'm set with that.
I'm sure you're going to see Evil Dead burn.
I'm sure I'm going to see Evil Dead. We're probably in the
Yes.
theater.
What's funny is
wanna see that
we don't go to the
one.
movies that often together, but on that list, I think there might be 3 or 4 things we're going to go see.
I was
'cause
just thinking
they're all
that.
hitting those things that we do go see together.
Yep. I mean, the Resident Evil,
Yep.
we've only missed one in the theater.
And it doesn't count. It wasn't a Milo one.
No.
And this isn't a Milo one either, but it is a Zach Krager.
So that's probably going to make the list. Yeah, but I really, really, really want to see They Will Kill You. So I'm excited. I'm anticipating when it comes to something that's not paying for, when I can watch it for free. So that's my most anticipated.
Yes.
Well, you don't buy the tickets, so it would be seeing it for free.
Yes, but I meant They Will Kill You because I missed it in the theater.
I
So
see.
I anticipate this more than any of the others.
I see.
Because I know I'm seeing those, see? But I don't know when I'm going to see this one.
All right,
I'm
so I
anticipating.
went with Godzilla Minus Zero. You went with a movie that's already out, and Ken went with Terrifier 4, which I didn't realize was coming out. I just got that last minute that it's probably going to be out in October, and I'm super excited about it.
That's cool.
It livens up the holiday spirit, holiday
Didn't
times.
3 just come out?
A couple of years. It's always 2 years.
You know what? There was recent talk for Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando that they lost whatever IP they had. And I think Stranger Things was one of the IPs mentioned,
It's
which
weird. I thought Donnie Yen fought for that. Kitty's not here to shut it down this time.
no.
Intellectual property, man.
Shit, I forgot what I was saying now. All right.
We're all for the best.
Whatever. Go see Zazie Beetz and They Will Kill You.
Now, Ken, I don't know if I trust your judgment because I saw on your Instagram, on the Haiku review on Instagram, that you liked Lee Cronin's The Mummy a lot more than I did.
I sure did. I was telling Pete that, and he's like, Brian didn't like it that much. I go, really?
I liked parts of it.
And I liked a lot of it. Which parts didn't you like, I guess?
The story.
The story?
The
there's
story.
nothing to
Ken,
this-
they spent 2 hours with this mystery of what happened to Katie, and I was sitting there the whole time going, what else could have happened to Katie? She a mummy now. And then they give you this dramatic reveal of she's a mummy. And I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. 2 hours to see them watch a videotape where she gets ingests a mummy. And I'm like, what the fuck do you think's been happening? How is this actually how they marketed and wrote this film?
No. No. Because the thing is,
Ben
when
Grimm.
you think of mummies, When you think of mummies, you think of The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. That kind of movie where it's like ancient mummy comes back. This is a very big inverse of that, and it's more of like an exorcist film. And
I
they give you the
literally wrote that it was like an
backstory.
Exorcist film,
It is, and I think they did a great spin because there was a lot of like
like a
exorcist
head
kind of
spin.
elements in there. They did a lot of spins. Dude, the grandma, that I agree that was total Evil Dead because Pete mentioned that you said there's like Evil Dead, but there's
Yep.
nothing wrong with stealing from Evil Dead if you do it
No.
well.
He made it
Um,
himself. Lee Cronin made the last Evil Dead movie. Those parts worked
oh,
for
good.
me great.
Yeah, and grandma jumping out the window. Oh my God. I mean, there's so much good stuff.
There is some good
It,
stuff, but
there's
do you agree that the idea that the studio somebody made them tack on an extra ending because the ending of the father in the coffin
mm,
locked up tapping Morse code to her daughter is a perfect horror ending. And they were like, now
ooh,
let's
that
go
would be
back and give
good.
you a happy ending. Like I hated that last
Yeah,
15 minutes.
I liked it. But I think yours is better, I'll be
It
honest.
was
But
theirs. They
I
filmed
was
it. They
telling,
shot it. They put it in the movie. I couldn't believe they
oh, I
kept
didn't know
going.
that. Oh, that would have been awesome. That would have been awesome.
No, that is what's
Oh,
in the movie. Did you see this movie?
wait a
Me?
second.
No.
What do you mean?
When the father takes the mummy into himself, which I don't think they built up well enough.
Yes.
I don't think they built it up well enough, but it was a perfectly fine
Yeah, they
ending.
didn't.
Sitting in the movie theater, I
Yeah.
thought, okay, you've still found a good ending, even though I don't think that you put enough into the father's character for this to be like an emotional payoff. You still perfect
Okay.
ending. Then they're down in the
Yeah.
basement and he's in the coffin that they were using for grandma and there's chains all around it. And he's in
Yeah.
there locked up and he can tap Morse code to her this because they put that in the story for some reason. But it worked out. And I was like, what a
Right.
perfect ending. And then they're like, she gets a phone call and she's like, we need to do something and we got to get my husband back and put it into this evil woman who somehow survived a gunshot to the heart. I was like, this is the most tacked on bullshit ending. It should have ended with
It was the shoulder.
it was her fucking heart. They should have they
It's
showed the
right
shot.
between the
They
shoulder and the
showed the
heart.
shot in her back. They showed the hole in her back. I'm like, you got to be kidding me with this.
It's an angle. It was an angle of a shot.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Wait. So you're telling me that because I don't know if I saw that ending. Maybe they changed it. They changed it for the overseas, but I don't remember the Morse code. I remember this. Okay, so from the very ending, I remember they put the spirit in him,
Yeah.
and then they bring him to the jail, and then they put they
No, there's
do
this
they spoiler
wonderful
alert.
scene in their basement
Really?
where you see the coffin that they were using for grandma who doesn't need it anymore. And it's all chained up so he can't escape. And she's down there. The daughter's now healthy and down there, like, trying to talk to her dad, just like thanking him or whatever, just whatever. And the mom's watching and she taps Morse code to him and he taps back. And I was like, that's a perfect fucking ending. And then they were
No,
like,
they
now
didn't do
let's take
that
him
here.
over to the jail and get it out of him. I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you show me this perfect ending and then take it back?
Oh no, they didn't do that. They didn't do that here. They changed the ending, I swear to God. Because what they did was they put him in they restrained him and they put the ghost in him. They wrapped him up. You didn't see the coffin really. He was in something. And then you see the kids and the mom, and the kids are playing a board game together. You don't see the dad, and the next thing you know, you're in Cairo or wherever. You're in Cairo, and they're in the jail, and then the nurse comes in right with the blood
Yeah, yeah.
to get the blood out of the chick, and she's like, "You're taking a lot of blood today," or whatever. And then they roll him in. It turns out to be the mom, right?
Yeah.
And then they roll him in, and then he barfs it in her. So actually, I never saw the Morse code because I would have been like, "That's pretty awesome." But I never saw it, so actually I got a decent ending, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. I like that because I was disturbed. There's so much very good, practical effects and whatnot. I thought it was great, so I really enjoyed it. Like, it was the top movie for me
I
in terms
thought
of just
it,
being in the theater and watching it.
I thought it did Exorcist stuff better than any Exorcist movies tried to do since the original. And the Evil
Yeah,
Dead stuff worked because the guy knew how to do that stuff. So it's got some gooey, fun
yeah,
stuff. But
yeah.
fuck this what happened to Katie bullshit. I knew
Well,
from the
yeah,
trailer what happened to Katie. I knew from the title of the movie what happened to Katie.
She got
Well,
pregnant.
but you didn't know, though. You didn't know.
Oh,
The
I
thing
knew.
that you don't know, though, is about
The opening
God,
scene is
then the flood.
the opening scene is a mummy being alive, and I was like, I'm gonna guess what happened to Katie. Is she gonna get some of that mummy?
You know what movie Ken did
Okay.
like?
Who was Cletus Tout?
The Primate. The
Oh, yeah,
Primate
Primate's
movie?
excellent.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Oh yeah. Oh, that one was the one where I finally go. A movie finally got fucking monkeys right, chimps, whatever. A movie
We would
finally
never
got
get that
King
wrong.
Kong sucks. King Kong sucks. The Planet of the Apes sucks. All these movies where these apes are quote unquote friends and misunderstood and they're such little geniuses. No. Those things can rip your arms off. They can fucking swing around your house. They can destroy your life in like 30 seconds or just kill you. And I'm watching this movie. I'm like, okay, when does this monkey go ape shit? And it does. And I'm like, this is awesome. So I had the biggest smile on my face for about 40 minutes.
Yeah,
I was
me too. I loved it.
my God.
Terrifying.
It was crazy. I was laughing. It was so crazy and like violent. I was like silently laughing in the theater. I was like, you're nuts.
The fact
Love
that
that
it
movie.
was
That's a good one.
an actor in the suit playing the
Yeah,
chimp.
I
is
didn't know that,
Me
so I
neither. It
listened.
was terrifying. What was I going to say? Although
Yeah.
you sounded like you
Best actor.
hate monkeys a lot. Like outside of this movie, you got like pent up aggression towards them. Like they're out to get you, which might explain why that one time
They
at the
are.
zoo that gorilla came charging you and slammed the glass as soon as we walked into that
Well,
gorilla house.
That didn't help. And that gorilla escaped. My mom lived right down the street from where, from the zoo. And I'm thinking, damn, man, if I was in the area, shit. That, the big silverback there, that giant
Yeah.
silverback at the Buffalo Zoo.
I think I could
That
take
thing,
them.
yeah, me and Pete were in there. And I must have looked like the dude who kidnapped them, like a German scientist, right? Because he just comes charging. He comes charging at me and just like slamming on the glass. It was so scary. But then he escaped later. They had to trank him up, but I think they drug him back. I'm not sure.
Well, just so you know, I saw that same gorilla sitting there at the zoo, and he threw up a bunch of food, and then he'd dip his finger into it and eat it, and he just sat there dipping his finger, scooping it back up, and sucking it off. So, he's not that much better than us.
Ken, do you need to make any last-minute changes to your all-time top 10? It wouldn't be a top 10 episode without it. I have the list here if you need it.
Lee Cronin's The Mummy is number one. No. I did like it. It wouldn't get on that list. Can you read it again for me? Let me see if I have to change anything.
Number 10, Funny Games. Number 9,
Oh yeah.
Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Number
Yeah.
8, Terrifier 2. Number 7, The Descent. Number 6, The Last House on the Left. Number 5, Sleepaway Camp. Number 4,
Nice.
The Shining.
Okay.
Number 3, Dawn of the Dead, 1978.
Of course.
Number 2, The Substance.
Ooh.
And number
nice.
1,
Yeah.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
2.
Of course. Of course. Of course. Does The Substance still hold up? Everything you said was like, yeah. And
No,
then
I
heard
said
The Substance, I'm
Poltergeist.
I hate you all so much.
I said The Substance. I'm thinking maybe we switch Poltergeist with The Substance. What do you think?
Pete doesn't even agree it should be that high anymore.
No, I think it should. I would respect the hell out of a man who did something like that. It would take.
Even I wouldn't do that. I can't lie to myself like that. I have not taken Poltergeist off of this. What's my number 10?
Funny Games.
Didn't that just make the list today?
Yeah, that made the list of one I want to rewatch. So, yeah, I do want to change this. Number 10, Poltergeist. Number
Moving
9,
down.
Funny Games. Yeah.
Hey, wait, before you start changing things around, shouldn't you watch Funny Games again? Because maybe it's not worthy of that 10 spot.
You
So
just
should
watched Poltergeist again and realize it's not worthy
Hey,
of the
shut up
9
over
spot.
there. Just watch.
Don't worry, Pete. It's on there for another year.
That's
made
change
it through-
I can believe in.
What? All right, what was my list? Maybe
You
I
didn't
wanna
make a
cha-
list.
Oh. Well, maybe I want to make changes.
For posterity, mine was 10, An American Werewolf in London. 9, Evil Dead 2. 8, Dawn of the Dead, 1978. 7, Jaws. 6, Psycho. 5, Bride of Frankenstein. 4, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. 3, Alien. 2, The Exorcist. And number 1, Halloween.
Solid list.
Can you put
I liked our.
They Want to Kill You on my list?
That's not a movie? I'll put it right next to Ghostland.
They Will Kill You.
Okay, put that one on. I really,
Ghostland. These are two movies you want to be made, not remade.
I think they've already been made.
Do you want to be made?
All right. Anybody got anything to wrap us up, like The Mummy in Lee Cronin's movie?
I'm thinking poo names for anything we talked about. Poultrygeist would make a good, metaphor for poop. Poultrygeist.
Oh, movies that sound like poop. Godzilla -0.
Ooh, I forgot about that.
Rosemary's Baby, obviously.
Yeah, -0. Funny games? No. Death Proof? No.
They Want to Kill You.
That's not a movie.
They Will Kill You, Pete.
They will kill you.
I think Evil Dead Burn is a
one.
perfect one.
I got
Evil
one.
Dead Burn?
Yeah, Clayface.
I got it. The New York Ripper.
There you go.
That's a good one.
I'm going to say Jurassic Farts.
I'm sticking with the Dawn of Jurassic. I'm sticking with the New York Ripper for mine. Okay. That's mine this year.
I'm gonna choose Star Wars: A New Hope.
I want to say I'm going to choose Rise of Skywalker because that's real shit. All right, Ken. We're going to get going. We're not going to see you again for a while because we have
it'll be a bit.
9 weeks of Peaks
86?
and then 10 weeks of
shut up.
1986.
Twin Peaks is a mind bender, man. Have you ever watched it?
What?
Oh,
9
yeah.
weeks?
9 weeks of Twin Peaks: The
What?
Return.
Ken, you're not a Lynch fan, right?
I know I am.
Okay. Well, do you remember Lost Highway?
Oh, no.
I never saw the-
I'm muting everybody. Next week, we're going to have the summer movie preview spooktacular with Kitty. And looks like there's some good stuff coming out this summer, but it looks like there's even better stuff coming out this fall. So I guess skip that one and just look ahead to the Spooky Season Spectacular coming in September because there's going to be some really good stuff on that one.
All right. And for anyone who starts watching, because we started recording the Twin Peaks one.
Yeah. We're about halfway through after today.
Lost Highway's Bill Pullman makes an appearance.
He does not.
He does. And I figured it out, and you'll get to find out too. So keep an ear out for that one, Ken.
I will. And I'd like to encourage everyone to visit the Haiku Review on Instagram. Enjoy.
The Haiku Review.
You can see overrated movies like Lee Cronin's The Mummy on there.
All seen at the theater. Every week updated.
Did you know there's a Scare Value website now?
All right, we need to go. I don't like that associated with this podcast. All right, Ken. See you in October?
I'll see you, Brian. Yes, I will see you. I will see you. Yes, in October.
That was very
Hey,
threatening.
what are we doing in October? Oh, it's we're doing the Thanksgiving mashup, right?
Yep, we always
Yeah, we do that in November. We'll definitely
so
back to
I'll see
that.
you
I figure you'll be back before that.
Yeah, we'll have stuff in October. I don't know what. We're going to watch They Might Be Killers for You.
Well, we have. I have on here on October 14th, already written down, and because it's one of Ken's favorite movies as well, perhaps we'll pencil him in for this one, The Descent.
Hey, I've never seen that
yeah.
movie.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have you back in October to talk The Descent. It'll be Pete's first time watch.
That's right.
Also a very good poo name.
Yes.
Yes. Now, is that a dark movie? Like, I should be somewhere where I can see the screen, like it's not light outside when
The
I
movie
watch?
where the girls are trapped
Very
inside
dark.
of a cave the entire time. It's a bit dark.
That's why it's called Descent.
No,
Because they're in a cave.
It's not.
Oh.
It's a pretty great movie. I saw it blind. I literally went to the movies with a friend, and we said we'll just see whatever's starting next. And it was The Descent.
Oh, nice.
And I halfway through, there's so much about spelunking and trauma that I felt like bad because my friend's looking at me like, this is shit. And I'm like, I don't know what this is. And then it turns and we both were petrified by this movie.
Okay. All right. I hope you haven't built
Yeah.
it up too much.
No, it's one of the all-time greats.
No,
Okay. All right.
I don't think so.
All right. So I guess we'll see you in October, the best month
Sounds good.
for horror.
All right.
All right. Next week, Spooky Season Spectacular with Kitty. Somebody do your New York Ripper impression so we can get out of here.
What's the New York?
I've never seen the movie. I assume that's fine.
No, he's more ducky.
Pretty close.
Quack.
Oh, like in... I don't know which one of
Pink-
those movies it is.
The pretty 16, the pink candles, 16
candles?
pink
In
candles.
those pretty pink 16
No,
candles.
no. Pretty in Pink. Pretty in Pink.
Ducky, was that John Cryer?
Yes.
It was John Cryer.
One time he was an accountant for the mob and he had to pretend to be a high school student and go
Maxwell Hauser is hiding out.
That's right. Then he fell in love with a high school student. Because that's not weird.
It happens in every one of those movies. Isn't Never Been Kissed about Drew Barrymore
I've
banging a high
never
school
seen
student?
that. My mom loves that movie though.
I mean, nothing's more egregious than Big.
It's pretty bad.
No, he was just 8 years old. That guy was just 8 years old. He just wanted to be big. He had no idea what was coming.
That's what she said. All right. See you next week for Spooky Season Spectacular. Ken, we'll see you in October. Pete, we got some peaks to do.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, you can stay on the line. I'm just going to hit stop.
Collaborate and listen. I sit back with the brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flows like a harpoon daily and nightly.
Will it ever stop?
Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I glow. To the extreme. Rock the mic like a vandal.
Like a light up the stage.
Oh,
Something about a candle.
He waxes a chump like a candle.
Oh, it waxes chumps like candles.
or they turn off the lights and I glow like a candle.
No.
No. What if he's radioactive?
No, that's Imagine Dragons.